Okay, I will be honest that this is the only good angle that has good lighting. Otherwise, it has hella shadows on my eye bags, and so I'm doing it this way. The one topic that I wanted to talk about was this idea of expertise. I have a friend, so let me back up. I went to the Channel Islands this weekend and I struggled carrying that backpack up the fucking mountain. It wasn't even a big hike. It wasn't even up the mountain, but it was like a mile of walking. And I think my backpack was probably more than 30 pounds, but it was so heavy on my back because I don't think I set up my backpack correctly, because you're supposed to do the straps properly so that some of the weight is on your hips. I didn't do that because I don't know how to do that. And it was so heavy that the whole experience just wasn't fun. I feel like my friends that I went with were like kind of chilling. You know, they were either splitting the weight of the pack with their partner, or they were just so used to backpacking and also having ultralight shit that they were cool with it. As for me though, I was struggling so much that I was in so much pain. My shoulders were in so much pain. And I don't think I'm that weak of a person, you know? I lift. And I was talking to my friend and I was telling him, I was like, hey man, I was like, I don't know if I actually want to go backpacking again. And his immediate reaction was, let's figure out what's wrong with your backpack and figure out like if there's a better system for you to pack your stuff, or like better things that you can buy. And in my head, I was just gonna give up. I was just not gonna go. And I think what I liked about that moment was, I was like, damn, this guy really isn't giving up. Also, my hand is getting kind of tired. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh, he's really not giving up. Like, he really just is in his mind. I'm already going to this other backpacking trip, even though in my mind, I'm like, I'm 90% just gonna give up because I'm not used to this. And it reminded me how you need people like that. You need friends who have certain expertise or experiences that they've gone through in order to really push you to make sure that you get through the thing that you need to get through, that you don't have expertise in and that you're not experienced in. There's probably a bunch of stuff that I have in my wheelhouse. The thing that immediately pops up into my mind is like job hunting. Right? Like I feel like job hunting is easy for me because I've done it so many times, and I've done it so many times successfully, that I'm like, yeah, finding a job is easy. And so if a friend were to come up to me who was like on the verge of just giving up, if the topic was about job hunting, I'd be like, yeah, no, fuck that. We got this. Giving up is actually not an option, because it's not even a thing that I think of, because it's so, like the process is so like dialed in and so simple for me that I'm like, let's just do it. And I think that was just so nice. Have people in your life who just know shit, who are good at things that you're not good at, so that when you're faced with a problem that they're an expert in, then they can get back to you and be like, I didn't even think about giving up. I was just thinking about figuring out how to do it properly, or how to fix the problem. I thought that was cool. I think I'm going to think about friendships slightly in a different way, and try to see, you know, it's like there's something really important about going to the right friends for the right things, so that way they can help you in the things that they're good at. Even if you feel like you need to give up, or that you want to give up, find people who are so good at it that giving up isn't even an option when it comes to the thing that you need help in. Because they just know it. Anyway, it's been a long day today. A great day, but a long day. It's currently at 1 a.m. I'm gonna go to sleep. But that is my update. I might delete this just because it's a fucking ghetto-ass video, in the sense that like there isn't any like... I'm just holding my phone. But I wanted to post a video anyway, Joey. I'll talk to you on Thursday.